you got 2 dogs and you're both going this time. I do it. I'm excited. Millie, stop doing that.
Hello, I'm David Gray, and I'm on the road for my second trip of the 2024 season. This is the first backpacking trip. You're going to have to use your imagination a little bit because this one was supposed to be in Great Smoky Mountains National Park with Christian, Carl, and Travis. Through a variety of reasons, that trip didn't happen. I am going to be going on this trip with Christian and 2 dogs now, in addition to Bailey, who you've seen before. Millie has now joined our hiking crew. She's probably 4 or 5 month old. Terrier-black lab mix, and I had no intention of ever getting a puppy again, but she was found wandering around the streets of my daughter Nicole's neighborhood in the middle of the winter time as about a 2-3 month old puppy. My daughter couldn't take that, so she ended up letting little Millie into her garage. I made the mistake of giving Nicole grief about now having 2 dogs. She solved that problem quite well by bringing Millie over to our house and asking us to watch her for a few days, and now she's a member of my household. So you'll get to meet Millie on this trip. This is her first trip ever, so we're not quite sure how she's going to be doing. She is 100% puppy. But we're heading down to the Deam Wilderness. That is the home of the Peninsula Trail that you've seen me hike many times before, but we're not going to be doing that area of the park or at that area of the wilderness. We're going to be going to the Sycamore Loop that I did an overnight trip in 2021 with Jaden and Bailey. We're not going to go back to that same pond. It was a little noisy with the cicadas and frogs and insect life. We're going to be going down the hill into a valley where there's 3 or 4 campsites that are located along a stream. If you go back to that video, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. It is a weekend. It is really nice weather in Indiana, so I'm not sure how crowded it's going to be, but we're going to see what we can find. And with that, get down to the Deam Wilderness a little bit south of Bloomington, Indiana, and get this short little hike started. We made it to the Charles Deam Wilderness. You may notice we're coming in from the south because I drove right past it. This is the Tower Ridge Road. Been on this road many, many times. It always reminds me of the first backpacking trip I ever did. What do you think, Millie? I don't know if I like these Forest Service roads, but I like looking out the window, that's for sure. We have arrived at the trailhead, and if the Peninsula Trail trailhead is any indication, there's a lot of people out here. Oh my gosh, this isn't a good sign. Last time we were here, there wasn't another car in the parking lot, and that's the tower. What do you think, guys? It's like, I'm ready to get out of the car after that crazy road you drove us on. Getting the doggies a little bit of water at the trailhead because it is about 80 degrees hot. Let the hike begin. This feels like a midsummer hike. Here we go. We tried it off leash. It didn't last very long. First people that came by, she just like took off like a rocket. First attempt at no leash was a miserable failure. Big intersection here. The other thing is, there's a campsite we could use. Millie. I thought for sure that one would be full. This is the start of the Sycamore Trail. Millie, come on. It's like full-on summertime hiking now. This is not the look of springtime hiking here. You're not supposed to nose the camera. Came to our first little stream crossing. This is the stream that all these campsites down in this valley. I don't know if you can see this hill really well, but we came down from up there, and then this creek right here, stream, is what the trail now flat as can be. And there's like, I think 3 different campsites on this trail, and hopefully we'll find one unoccupied. Oh, that feels really good on my belly. Doesn't look like there's going to be any shortage of water. A lot of downed trees too. I've been stopping for that. I remember when we were here in 2021, I was here with Jaden and Bailey. I had no trouble crossing these streams and keeping my feet dry. Not so much today. Here's your trail.
And then also right where that happens to be is another halfway decent campsite, which we're going to get to explore because it's the only way around that thing. There's still, oh, there's the trail. Back on it. That's what you got to do. We made it to the second campsite. From my last time I was here, I didn't think this was one of the best ones, but down a little side trail. But I think we'll keep going up to the next two, which I think were the two nicest ones. They're not far up here. This gives you some idea of the trail conditions. Overgrown in a lot of spots. Every time it is, it's got something that's like, I'm gonna prick you. That's pretty much what all the stream crossings have been. No keeping your feet dry on them. Doggies don't mind. Like, oh, this is great. We've reached our home for the night. Campsite 4 on the Sycamore Trail. And these some places to sit. Definitely some places to set up a tent. Plenty of places to set up a hammock. Opening for the drone if I want to. Home for the night. The Deam Wilderness. What do you doggies think? It's like, this is great. It's like Disney World. What do you think, Jaden? Or Bailey? What do you think, Bailey? What do you think? It's like Dexter and Spike on the Bugs Bunny show. Bailey's got some good water to keep her cool. That feels good, doesn't it, Bailey? Lots of sticks to choose from. Oh, you're really hot. That good black fur, huh? Oh, you like backpacking, don't you? I think I like this a lot. The lighting of the fire. Definitely not in need of a fire temperature-wise. It's probably still upper 70s. There's our little setting. Not a bad place to stay the night. What do you think, Millie? Oh, there it's going. Ooh, what's that? You like this backpacking stuff?
Yeah, I like the spot.
Yeah, it is nice.
I like how it's really open.
That's quite a stick you got.
You can do it, Millie.
I think that stick weighs more than you do. Oop. Bailey doesn't like the flies, Millie. Your eyes are kind of droopy, like you're tired.
Doggies are tired.
There's some happy doggies. I think you're taking to this trail life pretty darn well.
She's gonna be a trail dog, that's for sure.
Should be to get crap. You recognize that dog, Bailey? Look at this dog. Thought I would point this out for everybody. Jaden, Bailey, food bag. Jeremy, All Things Outdoors. Thank you very much for this. Ben at Hilltops Pack, who made it. I owe you one, Ben. And Jeremy, for sure, because this one is cherished. You can have something like this made right up there, Hilltop Packs. Packet Gourmet Cheddar Cheese Bread Rehydration Moment. I haven't done one of these in a long time. Get it going here. About an hour and a half. I think we're at right about 5 o'clock, so about 6:30 we should be having some cheddar cheese spread with Ritz crackers in the Deam Wilderness on the Sycamore Trail, campsite number 4.
Yeah, 4.
This water is a lot colder than you would think, feeling more like a Colorado stream to me. But it feels really good on some sore feet. Just like that. That's going to take a while. Get some water in there and then back flush it. We should be good to go.
got 2 minutes on. That's a lesson in charging your batteries before you come on a trip.
Millie, come on. Come here, sweet.
I don't know about that thing. Oh, oh, good luck with that. Bailey goes, I'll get in there with you. I slept a whole night in there with you. This is kind of in the my poor Thermarest pump category. Trying to pump up my Thermarest with my aging pump, and both dogs decided it was filled up just fine for them. Well, it is cheddar cheese spread time. First time we've done this in a while. Yellowstone last July, so almost going on a year. Haven't done it with the dogs in a really long time. This is Millie's inaugural backpacking trip and inaugural cheddar cheese spread. Oh, that's really good. Bailey gets the next one.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Never disappoints.
Mm-hmm. It is hot dog time now. Opening round here. Many rounds. So we got Spam, we got 8 hot dogs. So we may be doing this for a while. Tell you what, don't often have hot dogs at home. It doesn't really always sound all that appealing, but out here, my mouth is watering. Here we go. Maybe a little more done than I would normally like it, but it should work just fine. Carl would, of course, been prepared with like a full bottle of mustard and ketchup and everything. We're just eating them straight off the stick. Make you appreciate going on a trip with Carl. Yeah. Oh, nice tick. There's another one. Another one. There. Oh, there's another one.
Back my bag.
One. Oh, there's another one. I'm keeping the ticks out of it. You've never had to deal with ticks before, have you? Yeah. Smell-o-vision here. Oh. No, I'm good. Thank you. Smells good though. Oh wow.
Millie. Millie. Millie.
What do you think, Millie? She goes, I want some of that hot dog, but I don't want to get too close to that fire. And you cannot see her at all.
That's why we need to get her a collar that glows in the dark or something.
Come here. I gotta check for ticks. That.
Yeah. I can't tell what it is, but there's
Where is
something
it?
there.
What's a tick? Hang on, Barry. I gotta get it. Millie. Fun night of picking ticks off dogs. And me.
It's been a lot more than that. I've had a good time. I've enjoyed it a lot, honestly. Any chance I get to go camping or just be out in the woods, I'll take it. Millie's first backpacking trip.
Whippoorwill. I'm gonna take the doggies in there. Come here, doggies. It's time for bed.
What do you think? There's a lot of sounds in the woods out there, and I want to go check it out, and I don't want to sleep anymore. Our first morning in the woods.
Early morning stick action. The sounds of nature. Doggies are going for some morning stick stuff. Bailey with the takedown. The difference in energy levels between a 4-month-old puppy and a 10-plus-year-old big old lab. Good morning. Welcome to day number 2 of the trip, final day. Looks like it's going to be an absolutely beautiful day. It was a little foggy and I thought it might have even been raining this morning when I was in the tent. Plan for today is pretty simple. I'm going to get some coffee, some breakfast. I think we're gonna have some Spam maybe for breakfast. Pack everything up, head back to the car. Just a short and sweet trip here just to kind of get a little bit of woods time and hang around the fire. It was a wonderful evening last night. A few ticks, a few bugs, but overall, a great night in the woods last night. Let's get this second day started.
Now make a dish.
No. Get that, burn that brown black nose of yours. Well, this is Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Last time back in January it was Hilltop Packs coffee, which was mighty tasty. We'll see how the Dunkin' Donuts stacks up. It's a good way to get the second day of this trip started. I figured I'd take the opportunity while I'm just sipping my morning coffee here to kind of give you a little bit more of an update on what I've got planned for the rest of 2024 and hopefully beyond. For the rest of 2024, I do have some plans, some big plans. In July, Carl and Travis and I are going to be heading out to to Idaho to do just a magnificent hike in the Sawtooth Wilderness. Now, right after that, Jeremy's got an overlanding trip planned for Colorado that he's invited me along on. And then I did secure a Glacier National Park permit for early September. Besides that, I am hoping to squeeze in some other trips similar to this when the opportunity arises. So it'll hopefully be a little better year than it was in 2023. Hopefully 2025 will even be better than that. But I thought I'd give you a little bit longer update while I had the opportunity here and sipping some coffee. Breakfast of champions. Figured he'd do the up close and personal de-spamming. More. Did you hear that? There we go. Big old chunk of Spam. That's what it looks like. It's basically just like a sausagey sort of ham substance. All right, let's get cooking it here. There we go. Carl says you can eat this stuff just fine uncooked. I prefer it cooked. But I definitely think this is something you want to cook on really low temperature so it doesn't burn. Millie, no, you gotta stay back. You can use your imagination where that ended up. Fortunately, it's all pine needles under here, so if you notice a few pine needles in there, oops, like that, we'll get those off. Tried to rescue it, but the pan was like scorching hot. Millie found the can of leftover Spam. That is not the natural shape of Spam in the can. That is a Terrier Lab mix mouth shape. We're reaching that point in the process where we really need smell-o-vision here. Oops, got another pine needle in there. Flipping of the Spam. Oh man, that's some pretty perfect Spam in the pan there. This one is Christian. And we'll eat the rest.
Nothing like breakfast in bed.
Gourmet breakfast in bed with Millie. Mm-hmm. She goes, I really want some of that Spam. That's what she's looking at. My two retrievers.
No.
Spam retrievers. Let's see how this is going to work. Bailey. Ooh, right there. And meat. Ham and smoked sausage and bacon and salt. Well, you can eat this anytime. But it's a lot better cooked, Carl. It's too hot. Spam for breakfast. Final gear preparations going and we're just about ready to go. We have left no trace at campsite number 4. Take one last look around, but that's what campsite number 4 looks like. We are geared up and ready to go. The doggies are going, what's taking so long? We are hiking back to the car on day number 2. Come on, guys. Let the day begin. fresh little stream crossing. Doggy's got a little swim. Feet stayed dry on this one. That's the last one the feet are gonna be dry on. See here, not keeping your feet dry, why even try? That is a serious widowmaker, they call it. Although it looks like it's held up there pretty good, but that would have made some noise when it came down. This little stretch here is why I wore long pants, because these are all stinging nettles. They're all the ones close to the ground are. Another ginormous widowmaker. Back into the jungle. I think we reached the hill. I don't know if you can see it really well. We're gonna go straight up that thing. Millie goes, let's go. We survived the hill. That's where we came from. There's campsite number 1 over there. Millie got put on the leash. She couldn't help herself with all these groups of people. We're heading down that way. About a quarter mile to go. Off in the distance is the car. Always a great sight, no matter what kind of trip you're on. So there you go. The second trip of the 2024 season. First backpacking trip and Millie's first hike are in the books. There wasn't any of the majestic views or epic hiking that you get out west on this one, that's for sure. It was just really nice being able to spend a night out in the woods with Millie and Bailey and Christian, have a campfire. Beautiful camp number 4 along that stream. It was only our first backpacking trip of the season. We're already into May, but I've got plans for a couple more, so hopefully we're gonna have a much better 2024 season than 2023. The Deam Wilderness, it may not be the greatest of hiking compared to stuff out west and even the Appalachian Trail and some of the stuff out east, but for us it gave us a great hike.